Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Man of Hot Collectibles here with yet another Hot Toys unboxing and review video. Today we're taking a look at the one and only Mudtrooper from the Solo movie. As always, we're gonna go over the packaging, the accessories, and of course the figure. So just so you guys know, I won this guy from a raffle, so a big shout out to the Jedi Link for this awesome prize. But before we start, if this is your first time here and you want to check out the latest Hot Toys releases and posting videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and bell notification icon so you don't miss anything. With all that out of the way, let's start with the unboxing experience. So without further ado, let's get started. And here we have the packaging, and as you can see, we have a very nice picture of the Mudtrooper in the front with nice colors. Now we have a banner that now is consistent with all Star Wars releases. This is the side of the box with MMS 493 Han Solo Mudtrooper. This is the back with all the credits and warnings. Small pieces, do not eat it. This is the other side of the box with a nice picture of the Mudtrooper. And the bottom, Star Wars logo. And last but not least, the top. Again, Star Wars logo. So let me open this up and take a better look at the figure and the accessories. And here we have a nice art, a very cool picture of the Mudtrooper here. And I have to tell you, I'm probably going to do the same pose because he looks badass. Han Solo Mudtrooper. And here is how you see it in the packaging. So let me remove the plastic so you can appreciate this figure a little better. So let me just do a little close up here so you can see what we have inside the box. We have the goggles, we have the helmet, the rifle, the gas mask, 2 pairs of hands, and of course the display base. As you can see, very cool, and I can wait to get all this out. So now what I'm gonna do next is take everything out and take a closer look at the figure. And here we have Han Solo the Mudtrooper, and guys, I'm just blown by this. The likeness and the health sculpt is just on point. You can see the profile there, the color on the hair, the color on the eyes, the skin texture is just fantastic. So I'm gonna do slow 360 so we can appreciate this head sculpt a little better. And as you can see, we have those details on the hair with a nice dark brown and black, which is a great combination for this particular figure. Now you can see the profile there, and of course the front. Those colors on the eyes are just insane. So let me show you the top of the hair, and this piece is also removable, and this is because we have a helmet, so that's gonna be an easy thing to do to put on and off. So let me just move down and take a look at the armor, which is just insane. The amount of detail and patterns and weathering is just insane. So let's take a look at the side of the arm where you can see the shoulder pads and the other piece on the arm. So very nicely done, and these things are removable, so that's a huge thing. So let me show you. You can remove this on and you can see the Velcro there. So very similar like the Mandalorian figure, and of course the weathering and the paint application is on point. Now we have this red piece here with some orange patterns, so very nicely done as well. And moving down to the belt, you can see some weathering as well, and some scratches and a very nice paint application on the armor. And this is the I guess the jacket, very nicely done as well. Look very dirty to me. And the hands, very nicely done, sculpted, very cool. You can see the pattern on the gloves. Now this is the pants. Looks like a dirty jeans to me. Very nicely done as well. And of course the boots, which is one piece, and that's gonna be a problem with articulation, which I'm gonna show you later in the video. And you can see all the mud and the dirtiness at the bottom of the shoe, and of course the Hot Toys logo at the bottom of the boots. Now this is the back of the figure with the continuation of the weathering and dirt, and we have the cape, which is not wired, and I was thinking it was wired, so you will not be able to do dynamic poses with the cape, but it's still very nicely done. I really like this dirt and the mud, kind of like they actually throw it on the dirt. Now this piece here is stitched together, so just be very careful when you pose the figure so you don't want to break it. And this is the back of the figure, and on top of this armor here has 2 holes where you can connect the gas mask, which you will see the 5 cool poses at the end of the video. And that's basically it for this awesome figure. Very impressed. Now let's do some articulation, shall we? For the head, you can move it up this much, down this much, and to the sides this much. So very basic articulation on the head. Now for the arm, you can lift the arm about this much. You have some swivel on the bicep, and you can lift the arm about this much, and you can move it back about this much, maybe a little more. I don't want to stress it. It's a new figure, which I won. I'm very happy by that. You can bend the elbow about this much, and of course you have the classic peg on the hand, so you can articulate that like so. Very cool. Now for the torso, so you need to move the arms, and you have some swivel on the waist, also some up crunch, just a touch, not a lot, but it will do the job. Now for the legs, you can split it about this much, and you have some swivel on the thighs. You can lift the leg about this much, and of course you can move it back about this much, maybe a little more. Again, I don't want to do it. Now you can bend the knee about this much. It's a double joint, so it is a very good articulation. And now this is the problem to me. It is one solid piece, so when you move it up and down, you know, that might cause some problems, especially may damage the boot. Now, enough with the articulation. Now let's do some comparisons. And here we have Han Solo next to the Stormtrooper. As you can see, same height, nothing new here. The next one we have Luke Skywalker. I think in reality, he's taller than Luke. Everyone is. Last but not least, we have Boba Fett Vintage Edition. Now let's take a look at the accessories. And here we have all the accessories, starting with the display base. You can see that this is a nice mud pattern here on the top with a nice name tag that says Han Solo. Now this is one solid piece, so you cannot remove it, unfortunately. Now moving next to the helmet, which is the hair piece and the helmet. You can see nice weathering here at the bottom of this piece with a nice green color there. Now this piece here, you cannot articulate it, so just be careful. And last but not least, the top of the helmet with nice weathering as well. Now this piece here is the hair, semi-completed hair that you can remove, and that will help you to put the helmet on Han Solo. Very cool piece. Now moving down to the goggles, I really like the chrome paint application as well as the weathering, and you can see the dirt on the glass as well. So very cool with this elastic piece at the back and painted in green inside those goggles. So that's very cool. The next one is the gas mask. As you can see, we have some weathering on the sides as well as the front. Very cool. Now these pieces here are articulated, so you can put it in the back of the figure, and of course the elastic here on the back. Very, very cool. Now the next piece is the chin protection, I guess. And the cool about this thing is that it has some protection inside, so it will not damage the figure, which is a huge plus, especially the bottom, you know, the chin. You don't want to damage that, so that's a cool touch. Then we have this nicely done rifle that looks like us, but it's not. Very cool, very nice paint application, and you can move this piece here like so. And we have the some weathering on the handle and some weathering in the back as well. Very cool. Now this is the other side of the rifle. Now this piece in the front, you can move it, but mine is a little stiff, so they don't want to push it, so they don't want to break it. So it looks very cool. And this is the top. Now this figure comes with two pair of hands, and as you can see, this one here is the one that you use to grab the rifle. Very nice color, very nicely sculpted as well with cool weathering. Same as the fist pair, looks very cool as well, as you can see. Nicely done with a cool weathering and black color. Very, very cool. Now the last piece of these accessories is, of course, the instructions. Make sure you read it because it's very helpful. So this is gonna take me to my final thoughts about this figure. Wow, I am very, very impressed with this figure. And I think it is safe to say that this is one of the best figures I reviewed on my channel. I mean, starting from the decent amount of articulation, good amount of accessories, and close to perfect head sculpt, it makes this figure, hands down, one of the best in my collection. And I think the head sculpt, if not, it should be the best in this 2020. The fact that you can pose this figure with different looks, like one with the helmet, one without the helmet, it gives you endless options to pose this guy. And because of that, My final score is 9 out of 10. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so I can continue uploading more content like this. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, both links in the description below, for awesome pictures of my collection. Also, check out our new Facebook group 6 Scale Media for anything related 1/6 scale figures. The link also in the description below. Now, if you have some time, please check out these 2 cool videos. And as always, be well and see you around in the next video.